man I learn from every single year, every single day we work together in the weight room, and I'm proud of Coach Nixon. Coach Shotmiller.
Hey, I didn't throw you under the bus, Luke. It's coming. I got little note cards. First of all, like everybody else, it is truly a privilege to work here. You parents do an outstanding job. There's not any of these young men that aren't great young men. I will say, of all the players here, and I agree with Coach Nixon, with one exception, offensive linemen make the best fathers and husbands. All football players, yes, but offensive linemen, because I always compare to them to you mothers out there. You get very little credit. You have no stats. Think about it. They play 4 years of football. If they if they missed picture day, nobody even knew they played for St. Thomas. Zero stats. That's just like you. All the mothers out there. You do all the work, and then everybody else takes all the glory. Right? They're dancing in the end zone. They're throwing touchdown passes. They're getting all these awards. And these guys are just grunting it out every day. So that's how I always compare them to you, all right? I would also like to thank my wife. I don't know how many years. 40, not that it's been long, life goes like this. 50 years, we haven't been married that long, 46, 47, around there, I'm close. She is also one of those wives. I've coached 2 sports in my younger days, and weight room in the winter and then weight room in the summer. Single parent, basically, for many of those, allowing me to do something that I love. And I've always had great gratitude. All the coaches' wives, like Coach Nixon and everybody said, all of them sacrifice. It's their other family. In baseball, we're going to the state championship, and all the kids, I'm a lot different than Coach Parkway. I get my kids out early. We don't ever, all right? So I got them out of school, and she's making breakfast for them. They had to go to report to school and check in, and then come to my house, and she had a huge layout for all the boys to eat before we headed to Columbia. Then she left to go to the doctor. And by the time the young men all got done eating, she came back and she said, I'm in labor, we're gonna have our 3rd child. And I said, okay. Let me see if I can get a substitute to go in there with you. I didn't say that. So I had to call the school, and they said a teacher out of class had to drive one of the vans up to Columbia, and we went to the hospital. But I will say that after she gave birth, as we're in the room, she looked at me and she said, I know you're not here, get in the car, drive to Columbia. So I made it by the 2nd inning. And then I returned, we had played the next day as well. I returned 2 days later. But like I said, she allows me still to do this. And I said this, I get to do this. I don't have to do it. I have a job that I get to do, allow me to do. All right, Coach Markway, I don't have to do this, and I don't have to coach. All right, and if you can find a passion like that, all you young men in life, go for it. But it's more important than anything else. I have a passion to do this. I have a passion to go to the weight room. I have a passion for plyometrics. I have a passion for the field. It's something I enjoy, and I would like to thank her for that. Also, after all these years, you young men will find this out soon enough, as I have never gotten anywhere by myself. If my wife's in the car, I didn't do it right. For example, on the way here tonight, she said, you see that sign up there that says speed limit 35 around this curve? And I said, yeah, I saw it. Then she goes, well, you better speed up. I also want to say how I and Coach Markway talked about this when I first got here. Coach Markway is building a program that's going to last, not a 2 or 3 year engagement. And you can really see the steps of how far we've come from Coach's first year to where we're at today, with our facilities, with our weight room, with the kids' commitment, the young athletes. I call them men as well, because I do believe it. Did I ever refer to you as boys? I always refer to you as young men, all right? So if you start hearing music playing, I gotta throw that into, that's Coach Markway playing me off the stage, all right? 'Cause we have a time limit, and he wants me to make sure I stay on it. All right, now I'll get to my players here. I'm gonna start with the sophomores.